Hey YouTube, coming at you with a Great League team that I used, and I sort of took the core that worked very well with morpeko and talonflame, but after using the dugong yesterday and running into so many Dunsparce, I didn't want to take the chance that I'm just going to run into a bunch of rock Pokemon and then talonflame's going to be screwed. So I put in, instead of talonflame, I used jumpluff. So that's the core, and then feraligatr as the safe swap, because now that you don't have talonflame, you're not going to be double weak to electric there. So that was the idea. This was truly the start high, drop hard, and then jump right back up again. So started great. You're going to see a bunch of wins in a row, and then a bunch of losses in a row, and then a bunch of wins in a row. That's basically how it went for me today. Morpeko, it's fine. I had one really smart win with Morpeko, so we're going to showcase that. But let's go. So good lead, good switch here. This is what I also like about jumpluff. You'll notice that this is shadow. You'll notice that this will have aerial ace. You're going to see a shadow. You're going to see one with acrobatics. I tried 3 different jumpluffs because I have 3 built up. I have a shadow with aerial ace and energy ball. I have a non-shadow with aerial ace and energy ball. And I have a non-shadow with energy ball and acrobatics. And I tried all 3 of them. And I could not find the one I like the best. I do not know which one I think is the best in this meta. I like the shadow because of the damage it did, but then I was like, oh, morpeko and feraligatr is already so glassy. I probably want something that can take a little more damage, because I probably could have got a second move off there, like an idiot there. So then I went back to the jumpluff, non-shadow jumpluff, but I'm like, a non-shadow aerial ace hits like garbage. So then I went to acrobatics. So I don't know. I don't know what the best jumpluff to use is. For those of you who are jumpluff connoisseurs, let me know what you use. But they are staying in with their Corsola, where Ghost is resisted, but Power Gem is neutral, so gotta respect that. And it is an Azumarill. I go for the lowering of the attack here, or defense here, knowing they're not going to shield. But also knowing that I'm going to go down again. Knowing that they're likely to shield up this one. Wow. Never bait, my man. What's going on? That's unfortunate, but now it's in Shadow Claw range, so that's actually not the worst case scenario to get super far ahead on energy here. I can take a play rough, even if that's fine. I can take a play rough, but getting to like 1.5 hydro cannons is a pretty nice win con. Yeah, and that is basically going to solidify this win. A hydro will KO from here. They don't even shield because I'm almost at 2 moves. Jumpluff. So whenever I play this matchup, I say that always go for the Aura Wheel first. In fact, you're going to see, I wonder if I have that lost in there. I don't know if it was one lost against a Wiggly. Even like a resisted, if you go Aura Wheel Electric and then Aura Wheel Dark, even the Aura Wheel Dark on a fairy still does like 50%. This move is like broken, how crazy it hits. So a lot of times, you're going to see me just go straight Aura Wheel, just because 1, it's an insane amount of damage, and 2, boosting the attack is quite strong. So I'm going to shield this up here. They do bait me twice, and no, actually they don't bait me this time. But I don't think I can farm down, and I don't need to burn energy here, so that's why I'm going for the Psychic Fangs this time around. So changes to Dark Form, and still get to a move, and I'm already 2 times boosted. And this is super effective. I don't even know if they want to take this. Yeah. So they end up shielding, which is great because now I have alignment. What's in the back? A Dunsparce. So as long as I can get 1 Hydro here, I should be okay. So going to get this Hydro off. This will chip to 50%. 1 Drill Run will not take me out. So they're going to have to throw both of their Drill Runs, which means they're going to be low on energy, which means Jumpluff can take this matchup and then just take the rest of the Annihilate. I say so confidently, but I do not remember if that's actually the case. They would need like 2 Rage Fists to take me out, assuming they don't get a move off here. Yeah, they're going to need multiple moves, so I should be okay here. So take this out, alignment, and then we're good. I don't know if it was this matchup in particular, but you're going to see here like super effective Fairy Winds, super effective Aerial Ace, Shadow, does not even take out a freaking fighter. Yeah, and then get to another move. I forget if this takes me out or not. I think I live. Yeah, with 1 HP, but I'm like, I really live with 1 HP after that, like, super effective move. Like, come on. So I decided to, like, switch to, like, non-shadow and a harder hitting move after. Steelix is running. See, I regret this decision, even though electric would be double resisted. So Psychic Fangs is single resisted. I'm just grabbing a shield here because I can't come into Feraligatr, which is weak to electric, and then Jumpluff will come in after. But even boosting my attack there would have been so valuable. But they do end up shielding, take me out here. Actually, don't take me out here. Now take me out. So now I got to get the Jumpluff on this. The problem is, one energy ball won't even take out from this range. Thunder Fangs are neutral. Psychic Fangs, Break and Swipe are neutral. So there's going to be a lot of damage done on this Pokemon, which is okay. That's mostly its role, which is also why I switched to non-shadow. Because if the role is truly to absorb damage, I don't want something that's more glassy. I want to save those shields for Feraligatr and Morpeko, which I am. But like now I put myself in a tricky situation. If it's like a fast move damage Pokemon, like a counter user here, a counter and Astonish user, as you're going to see probably in this matchup here, with Feraligatr, it's a beast, but man, these counters from a shadow add up. This is the team that I showcased. Yeah, this is the team I showcased as a top team, and I showcased a while ago. Thunderfang, Steelix, Annihilate, and I think it was a Jumpluff, but this one is running Astonish, Driftblim. Sorry, my brain just froze there. And I get to the Aerial Ace, but I feel like it wasn't enough here. Yeah, and I was like, God, I wish I had something harder hitting. So I do end up getting a second one off, take this out. So despite what was a tough lead against the ground, I still managed to work around that. And then it kind of went off the rails. I started this one great too, because I got 2 baits here. But look at, as you can see, those Dragon Breaths from a Shadow Dragonite absolutely chipping this thing. But this thing's so glassy. I know this is an easy bait because I know I can bait here. And going straight, I'm not even going to fake like I'm not baiting. This is just take this out. Or like just chip it and grab a shield. So grab 2 shields, still chip it to 50%. Defense is down by 2. Got these super effective Fairy Winds. And out comes a Berserker. And unfortunately for me, they draw out my Feraligatr. I do shield a Trailblaze, which is nice. But they have a second Steel in the back. And although that Steel is a Ferrothorn, so I still hit neutral with Aerial Ace. Again, and maybe after this one is when I switched. I'm still hitting neutral with Aerial Ace. And it does not do enough damage to take out the Ferrothorn. So I go down here. I end up letting the first move go here. Get denied, which is standard at this point. And out is a Ferrothorn, so these Fairy Winds are resisted. Aerial Ace is neutral. Ferrothorn's got no amount of bulk with it. This does not hit hard, so I need like 3 or 4 Aerial Aces here. I think I'm probably looking at 4. In fact, I lose 1 HP because I needed a 4th. So here comes the second one. Here comes the third one. And the third one doesn't take out, and I lose by 1 HP. I could not Fairy Wind down the resisted. So that was a tough one. So 3, and then I go for the Fairy Wind. I have a move. I'm saving the move for the Dragonite. And unfortunately, they do get to another Thunder and take me out there. So that was tough. Superior. This is, again, where you're just going to see always just go Aura Wheel. A lot of people would be like, Psychic Fang is neutral. Does not matter. Aura Wheel is a crazy move. 50% damage on a Superior. Unfortunately for me, Superior is bulky and Superior charges real fast. So now I start baiting because I've already landed the 1. This is going to be sufficient here. So they shield, and now we're in a shielding back and forth matchup, and we take this to the 2s, and they take switch. So they're just going straight Aerial Ace again, which is annoying because look how much those Vine Whips are doing to Morpeko, right? So going this, trying to take switch here, but they will not allow me to take switch. So going to go down here. I'll come in. There was part of me was like, I should come in with feraligatr. I've lowered this defense times 2 now. I bet you I can get 3 claws through and take this out and come out with a ton of energy. Instead, I come in here with Fairy Wind. They have Dunsparce, and now is this one running Aerial Ace? Because I go Energy Ball here, but this doesn't take it to 50%. Yeah, I have Aerial Ace here. This doesn't take it to 50%. So why I'm staying in here is because one Hydro only does about 50%. So I need to put this in the yellow before I have a chance to take this out with the. So then I'm like, crap, maybe I should use Acrobatics if I'm using the non-shadow. So you're gonna see that coming up. Yeah, so it was just a little bit all over the place here. And they make it a catch on Licky Licky and a double normal in the back, which is just unfortunate because Shadow Claw is double resisted by the normals. So part of what makes Feraligatr so strong is the Hydros are insane, but at the same time that Shadow Claw does a lot of damage and would be able to take out any sort of normal, any sort of Pokemon that is not normal typing or dark, where it's not resisted. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to go down now because I cannot claw down. So that's just a frustrating part of that. I do get to a Hydro, but at this point, it does not matter. So take that there. And take me out here. So again, there's a Dunsparce. There's a Annihilate here. So again, pad lead. I've got to come for Alligator because I can't come Flyer right away. They probably have an answer for Flyer. I kind of make a mistake here. I always say, like, if you are at the move and they're still in, throw the move. Because now they can just come into something like Dugong and that move is useless. So I always say that when viewers are submitting battles, like, if you come in as a safe swap and your opponent for some reason is not getting out, 1, throw the charge move right away because 1, it'll burn some switch clock, and 2, they could have an answer in the back that will beat you. So all I'm doing here is I know I can't take this because it's got a bunch of energy, but I can take this I can take this down to the 1, or I can actually maybe double shield and take it over here. They actually do let it go, so I do. Oh no, I don't have any shields left. Ooh, that's not a good scenario. But I figured aligning jumpluff on a Annihilate is probably way better than morpeko. So that is the reason that I double shielded. Did grab 1 shield back. This thing's staying in, so that's okay. I can chip a bit here, and they're staying in a lot. So Acrobatics is now on the move. Unfortunately, it's a Bastiodon, and you never want to leave 0 shields for morpeko. That is just rookie play. Yeah, so I don't know if I even did, like, I don't even know if I played with this team that well. But again, when you're going to use something like morpeko and a Shadow Feraligatr, you need some bulk in your third. I just don't like how I played with that bulk. Like, you gotta save the shield for both morpeko, mostly for morpeko. Like, if I was going to do this properly, I would probably save shield for morpeko and just try and grab shield with Feraligatr and try to absorb damage with jumpluff. I think that would be the ideal. But I guess there's also the argument that you can try and grab shield with morpeko and then try and run with Feraligatr and jumpluff still as the sponge. But I do get taken out there. Talonflame on the lead. Instant Marowak. So this is a great answer for Marowak. Yes, they will get to a Rock Slide. Yes, it is super effective. But just the Mud Slap's resisted. It's just going to take a little slower to get there. Got a ton of energy here. So Energy Ball will one-shot here. Obviously, Talonflame will light me up here. Not much I can do. But I think this is where I have Acrobatics. And now these Acrobatics are going to start actually putting pressure on their shields. So there's an Acrobatics. Takes it to over 50%. I'm non-Shadow, so I'm living these Incinerates. I live a third one there, which I would not have done as a Shadow. And I get to another Acrobatics. So now I'm going to force a shield. Unfortunately, this thing has 100 energy. So coming morpeko, I get denied. I still decide, I don't even know why I decided to shield the first one up, but they do have a flame charge, which is nice. And I shield up the second one, so there goes both my shields, which is not a good scenario to be in. And I try to go for the farm down here, and I do get it. And here's the smart play. It is a Dugong. So, Aura Wheel, Electric. This will one-shot. So, they decide to shield. I decide to get to the second one and bank that, because when I come back in, I will be Electric. and I will be able to one-shot the Dugong with that electric aura wheel when I come back in. So they draw around here. Ice shards are resisted, so they're not going to be able to ice shard me down. So I will be able to just spam this until they start throwing a charge moves. And holy smokes, that did a lot of damage. So here comes the second Hydro. They're going to have to throw, which they can't because I already have a move banked, and I do take it out. So that was kind of heads up there. Talonflame again on the lead. Instant swap into Drapion. So I probably should have... I know I misplayed this. This is correct. Or wheel, grab a shield, or take it out. I clicked on the feraligatr. I should be going into feraligatr and just taking that shield advantage and hydro it out. But instead I decided to stay in here thinking I could like overshield and flip switch, but that Aqua Tail did too much. So now I'm in a weird situation where I could probably be taken down. Jumpluff is so far useless against both of these Pokemon. It probably has play in the back. But now I can't get alignment because I got taken down in the 2v1 shield here scenario there. But then I'm like, oh, are you really going to leave a feraligatr with a Talonflame lead? They have like a grass in the back. But then I figured like with the shield advantage, oh, when they give up switch, that's crazy. And so I just take this out because I'm like, no way am I burning a shield here. If you have a grass in the back, I need the shield for. So I just take this out, and it is grass in the back. And shield advantage coming through huge here. Get to the Ice Beam. Does not one-shot, but it puts it deep in the red. So, and once I get to the red, yeah, I just let this go. Yeah, I let this go because now I have a basically full-ish health, 50% health. 50% health that I have a shield, and that will take there. And I think last matchup here, good lead. Primeape comes in. Again, this is why I love Jumpluff. This is why Jumpluff is fantastic in these matchups. Just being able to absorb damage. I still am at acrobatics here, so obviously it is slower to get to, but will one-shot anything here. Not one-shot anything, but does a ton of damage here. So this will take out. Jumpluff come if the... I think I remember giving up switch here, and I don't even remember in the moment why I did it. Because coming in morpeko here is extremely dangerous. If they have like a ground or something, maybe I assume they didn't have a ground, and that's why I can make that play. And I already drew out a fighter, so maybe they don't have a second fight. I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea why I made this play. I don't even know if I agree with this play. But they are staying in. And again, I think I can just outpace them, so I'm just going straight Aura Wheel. So I'll boost my attack for the second time. But they're staying in, and I'm like, okay, why are you staying in? I can shield, but then I'm like, I'm so low. I think I win this matchup, but I don't even know if I like how I win this matchup. So I'm like, oh crap, I'm low. Let's just take this out here. I'm not gonna... Oh. I remember what's in the back. Emolga's in the back. So Emolga's in the back. Electric, resisted, get to the already boosted Aura Wheel, so this will... It's absolutely one shot here. I remember taking that. I don't think that was well played, but you know, it won. So again, up, down, up, down, up, down, 2750 still. Okay, a couple of you keep commenting. I think someone said use, so two people have commented. One said use the morpeko Talonflame core team. And the other one said use the feraligatr lead with Serperior and Clodsire in the back. So maybe I can try those. But yeah, we'll see. Anyways, that is it. Appreciate you guys watching. I think this is going up. I'm just trying to figure out when this is going up. I think Friday afternoon. Yeah, so Friday morning, Friday afternoon. Then it is the weekend. What do we have for the weekend here? Are there any events? March, not quite March yet. Get ready for the Unova tour. When does that happen? Supporting. Oh, this is truly the Unova tour. Is anyone going to the... I know a couple of you said you're going to the Unova tour. Already had that, already had that, already had that. Are we doing... Outside of this... I know that there's like a prep Unova event. I think that starts on Monday. Yeah, Monday, February 24th. Okay, so this will go up Sunday afternoon. Road to Unova. There's a whole event. So I will go over that Sunday afternoon. But otherwise, probably just greatly, honestly, probably just Great League teams. I have to check submissions. I think a couple of you sent Ultra League, Match League. Maybe I'll do like an Ultra League. I think we're mostly going to stick with Great League this week, though, because it's the first time it's... Ooh, submissions are not high here. Hector, level 1. So we'll definitely showcase your Great League team. And then we have a non-member sent in a Master League, a couple Master Leagues. We have a couple Master League submissions and an Ultra League submission from earlier in the season. So hit me up with those Great League submissions because Great League is on next week too. So I will need some videos for next week. That's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.